drunk and high at the same time, and she said she liked Debo because she was drunk and high. And Debo started going on some fucking, oh, I'm best friends with Leon. You think that I would actually like you? Ugh. It turns out Debo is a fucking double agent, and I'm pissed off about that because I fucking hate Leon.
Mm.
And no, the worst part was he just kept saying, he was like, I have no one, like, hurt my heart.
My heart is broken.
No. I'm a criminal.
My heart is broken. Ugh.
I blocked
Knock,
all of
knock.
them.
See a
Blocked
magic
every
trick?
single one of them.
You fucked every single one
Wanna
of them,
see a
what?
magic trick?
No, I don't
I'm joking. I'm joking.
They
I know. I'm
know
joking.
how things look on TV right now.
Yo, wait. Ash, you wanna see a magic trick?
Sure.
I
don't want to make this sound sus, but I forgot how old was you again? I'm not trying to make it sound sus though. I'm not doing anything. I just want to know.
Did you ask how old Debo was or how old Corpse
Yeah,
is?
I wonder how old Buffer was. I wonder how old.
Debo, I fucking forgot how old Debo was, but I know Corpse is 18.
He told me he was 16. He kept changing it.
Oh.
So it was either 11 or 17.
Wait, you're
I
not
don't know.
right. Corpse 18. Because I thought she was 19 or something. It was just me.
I literally just turned 18.
Little did you know she's not 18. All I'm gonna say is that she's been 18 since this case is opened. But yeah, let's just cut to the interviews of the victims of Deadly Goth. I want you to explain to me what your experience with Midnight was the first time you met her.
Alright, first time we met, immediately, right off the bat, alright? We meant to play the prank on you, but how it went, it was like a bit sussy because she tried to put moves on me and stuff like that. I did not want to go like that way. It meant only be like a little prank, right? Until her friends started joining and keep on bragging, whatever, about how they have ERP and stuff like that. And I guess it caught on to her. She wants to ERP with me. It's kind of got sketchy because she was on top of me and stuff like that. And I was like, whoa. And she said she was 16. I believed it, unfortunately, until she said, the fuck's behind me? Anyways. And then at the, then she said, oh, I'm 18, stuff like that. And it kind of got me scared, like, it's a bit weird.
What about like the first ever time that
the first ever time she
like before the prank
liked me or whatever. Before the prank, yeah, she still cuddling me.
Explain your experience like the first time, like before
the first time we met, she always want to cuddle me. She grabbed my leg and stuff like that. I'm like, well.
So basically, she tried to like molest you.
Practically, yeah. She's over here trying to hug me and stuff like that. It's a bit sussy.
And you're 14?
Yeah, I'm 14.
There were witnesses around, right?
I think Debo, but I don't think Debo will confess because they are friends. And I know Blake maybe, but other than that, I don't know.
I'll get Debo. I'll definitely get Debo. But so basically, what you're saying is that she tried ERPing with you when she's 18 and you're 14.
Yeah.
All right.
Business. Well, Uncle, sit down. You want to ask me a question?
What was your interactions with Deadly Goth and how was the experience?
Okay, so like Chief or Creeper, whatever Ariel said, I was playing guitar with some friends, which y'all don't know. I was playing guitar with them, and I started playing the acoustic guitar at night. It was late, so I was bored. I didn't know what to do, so I grabbed out my guitar. And she was across the map talking to Randy Orton, A.A. King, Malachi, right? And this was when Randy and This was when Randy and Corpse were still dating. And so they were like over there chilling. I was still a little bit worried for Randy because I was like, you know, whatever. And she comes over here and she goes, "Oh, you play guitar?" She goes, "Oh, you play guitar?" And I go, "Yeah, I play guitar." So then she was like, "Oh, then I have a crush on you." Blah 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 blah. This blah blah blah. Then that's when Jimmy Uso, the Final Boss, came in, and Chief came in, and then a bunch of other people came in, and in that same world, she tried to ERP with Randy Orton, man. She was like saying, "If you don't do it, I'll dox you." And then we went to Prismic's avatar search, and then she invited only me, to Popcorn Palace, and then she got a little, and then AA King joined, and then she went over to talk to him, and then I think she left.
Speaker in the chat.
And then AA King left, and then I left, and I got invited to some other world, which was, and then Bat joined, and she was like, "Debo," and he was like, "Debo, you know," and I was like, "No, I don't know." Blah 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 blah. This and then I think his internet cut out or something happened, and then it was the next morning, I think. Yeah, the next morning, she invites me to Popcorn Palace. I just got on, just woke up. And then because she sees my bio, it says single. She goes, "You have to change your bio." And I go, "Why?" "You have to change your bio." And I go, "I don't want to change my bio. I'm not really. And then she said, "Change your bio or I'm going to dox you." And then she forced me to, like, do all this stuff. And she was like, "You gonna ERP with me? What are you gonna do?" And then she forced me to put on avatars and all this. So, like, yeah. Also, AA King, you can go kill
I'm not
yourself.
gonna lie. Corpse bitch, we're putting you straight in the pin as soon as this evidence comes out. Straight in the pin.
That's 1, 2. It's 1, 2, 3.
Gone. That's 20 years. That's 20 years.
So, Corpse, you can go to your jail cell already. So, that's all I gotta say. And AA King, we're trying to save you too, by the way. We're trying to save you. You're autistic, so you probably won't get it, but he has Down syndrome, so you won't get it. Okay, bye.
Nah. Everybody get a name drop. I had one experience with this creature. That was when Aiden, that guy, Concrete Muncher, Debo, Randy Orton, all of them was in there. AA King, it doesn't even matter. My boy Malachi, he was in there.
Too.
We have an MV. No. Hold on. Malachi, he was in there. That's my homeboy. He said I was a victim. She was 18 while he was 14. Victim. Debo. He was playing his guitar at 11 p.m. She said, "Do you want to date me?" He's the 14. She was 18 at this time. Not even a week ago. Yeah, I'm name dropping everybody. She tried to molest my boy Debo. Nope, not gonna happen. She's a pedophile. She dated Randy Orton, aka Midnight Riot, whatever his new name is. Whatever. I don't even care. 14 years old. And age baited him saying that she was 16, even though she was damn well 18. Nope. AA King. We told him we have proof, yet he still blocks every single one of us from every single account. We're trying to save this brother. She said that she was gonna dox all of us if Debo didn't date her. Okay, yeah, Paul's guitar, whatever. So basically, she said that she was gonna dox Debo and multiple other people if they didn't date him, which is a bitch move. AA King still defending her to this day. We have multiple proof. As soon as that proof comes out, Twin, you're done for. If you see this video, you're done. You're done, pal. AA King, ban him. Threatened to dox me, yet he still didn't do it. He bitch made, not gonna lie. I saved Randy Orton myself, Twin. Myself. I said, she is literally a freaking pedophile. Literally a pedophile. You can't be hanging around that. She blocked him, unfriended him. This NPC guy, too, was defending her. It was like an 8v1. in that one lobby. Then she kicked me. She bitch made, not gonna lie. And she pedo. Like, straight done, bro. I can't do this anymore. Hey, Aiden, that guy, he was defending her. Concrete muncher, you a bum. You was defending her. I hope once you realize and watch this video that she is a pedophile, don't come crying back to no one, Twin. Nobody. Okay, I tried to save y'all. Doesn't matter. I tried to save everybody in that freaking lobby. Yep. There's not much I can do at this point, man. It's like, Concrete Muncher was dissing on homeboys, so I had to get the final bus on his bitch ass. Dissed him. So, that's all I pretty much gotta say. Aiden, that guy, you a bitch and don't know how to play Billy Joe.
Oh yeah, little baby.
Okay. Tell me your experience with deadly gods, so.
So I ran into her a few months back. We met because one of my friends. Wait, can we read? Okay, cut this part out. Can I say your name?
I will.
Can I say?
I'll if you do say it, I'll blur it out, cause.
Okay. What if I just say somebody known, one of my known friends?
Yeah, you can say that.
All right. Let's get back to it. I'm gonna start from here. Basically, I met her a few months back from one of my friends who's kind of well known around this community. I interacted with her for like a few hours straight. One of my friends, they encouraged me to ask her out, which in my mindset, it wasn't really right at the time, but it didn't seem as bad as it was. So I asked her out, and she tells me yes. You know, she's all lovey-dovey and all that, right? And from there on, I broke up with her a day after because I realized it was kind of weird. But she did say some weird stuff. She asked if I wanted to ERP, erotically roleplay. It was kind of weird.
Did you know she was 18?
Yes, I did, unfortunately.
Okay, and did your friends convince you to do it, or was it like, you know, so your friends practically pushed you to do it?
Well, it was more on the encouragement side, not really anything too forceful, but it was pretty late into the night. It was in the AMs. It was pretty late at night, and I just kind of felt like doing it to like stop kind of being asked to whatever.
And you know what happened after you guys broke up?
Well, nothing too harmful, although I was planning to say some stuff to her about how it was kind of weird that she didn't reject me and stuff like that, but I never really came around to it.
Okay. Do you know anybody else that we can talk to about, you know, stuff? Or do you have any? Do you know anybody like that? What's your experiences when other people dated her, like a close friend that we're gonna interview very soon?
I was attempting to warn a lot of people around, you know, her, and when it happened, really truly, I kind of gave up because she didn't really do stuff to me, so I kind of just let it go. I didn't really say anything. I mean, I wasn't really too mad. I was just more disappointed.
What did you think when Mike dated her? I'm gonna blur that out.
It definitely crushed our friendship quite a lot. I do feel like it put a kind of pin in our friendship for a while. I didn't really enjoy it all too much. Although it did feel a little less weird since the rest of us. All right, definitely getting cut out. Just Frankenstein this part. Definitely did feel weird, but not too weird, but still kind of weird, because at the time he was 16, and so that's a 2-year age gap. It's still definitely not good by any means, but it wasn't as bad as when, like, you know, I was, considering at that time, you know, I was barely pushing 14. I was actually almost say in the category of maybe a month turning 14. So basically still 13 at the time.
Yeah.
And when they dated, it didn't feel as weird, but it still had an impact on our friendship, and it was still weird because he was considered a minor by state law.
Do you have any other comments of what you think now that she's still doing it?
Well, the thing about her is, I accidentally jumped. We were gonna, me and my friends, we were gonna leave her alone. It was just a situation we didn't want to get involved in. And then randomly out of nowhere, she started threatening to dox some of my friends, and like get information on them, stuff like that. And that's when it really became a problem because we didn't really have any interaction besides maybe the other day when we called her out because she was dating one of our 14-year-old friends. So we call her out, and then right after that, she's talking about doxing and stuff and all that. So also compile that onto the threats and, felony charges. That's breaking law to threaten to dox somebody, even if it's a hollow threat. She's really just a criminal.
Yeah, well, that's the end of this interview. What was your experience with Dudley Goff, and how did you feel about it?
My experience with Deadly Goth was really confusing. But also in a sense, I felt like I could call it home. Or I was able to call it home in a sense, because I felt really happy because I thought I found someone I truly loved, and when everything went to shit, I lost a lot of my trusted friends. And I was being called a lot of words I'm not going to be saying because it's obviously a documentary that's going to be uploaded, whatever the fuck. But when I found the evidence I needed to prove that Deadly Goth was a pedophile, I was deeply saddened, but also found out that all of it was true, and I just had a really deep feeling that shit was going to go down, and I was so right to be. But I'm glad this documentary is being made, and I'm glad that we could all support each other throughout the situation.
How do you feel about the current actions that are happening with the current victims?
The current victims, obviously, they need to be obviously in any situation, whatever. You should always support victims. When I heard all of this was happening, I kind of had a sense. I kind of had like a moment where I was kind of pissed off because we hadn't touched on anything to do with her in quite a bit. I'd say like a couple months now or so, and I was quite relieved that people should be knowing who to trust and who not to trust. Obviously, there aren't everyone on this particular platform isn't the greatest person. Not everyone's safe. Not everyone is truly trusted. But with the people I found, the people that I am hanging around with half the time, I think they are very truly trusted. And I believe that they can do a lot more in this thing that's going on currently.
How do you feel about the people that are defending her?
People are defending her. Well, I'm not deeply surprised by it. I mean, like, obviously, people have different opinions on other people, so obviously not everything they say they're gonna believe. But like people that I know particularly who are friends with her and that are like still hanging around her and everything, that have been around us but not anymore. They're kind of being ridiculous. They kind of trying to be like over dramatic in this kind of sense because after the amount of evidence that has been shown around, after the amount of people who have told other people about what's going on and they still don't believe, I feel like this. I feel like that's just fucking ridiculous, and they should honestly start putting more faith into other things because what they're experiencing right now, they could be experiencing a lot worse in the future. Maybe right now, we don't know.
How do you feel about AA King threatening to dox people over this?
Doxing during this whole thing is really fucking ridiculous because, like, doxing has nothing to do with this whole situation. Plus, if you're threatening to dox someone, it is a serious offense and it is very illegal. And if you're just gonna dox someone, then make sure if you're gonna dox someone, then don't be spreading it around to the actual person don't be spreading it to the actual victim that you're actually going to dox because it's just pathetic for one. Two, just don't do it at all because it's fucking pointless. There's no need for it.
Okay. How do you feel about spreading awareness of pedophilia, and what do you think of pedophilia, and how do you feel that people aren't being aware of the situation?
Pedophilia. Well, let's discuss the how do I feel about it. Pedophilia, I think it's honestly disgusting. It's not right, and you should be more. People should be more aware of things like this. Like if maybe a friend knows them and for a long time, and they've done this sort of thing before. Obviously, don't trust. It's hard to explain what pedophilia is like because a lot of people could have their own definitions. But for me, pedophilia is just honestly disgusting, and I just feel like it's more of a sin than it is something that's just really horrible. But raising awareness about pedophilia is very important because it gives more of an understanding of the people who could be affected by it. I know a couple of people who have been involved in the sort of thing. I know a lot of people, such as myself, who have experienced this kind of thing before. Obviously, not been the pedophile, whatever the fuck. But like I said, it's disgusting, it's horrible, and it shouldn't be condoned. Shouldn't be.